Speaking of self-empowering, there is somebody here today who we would like to announce, Esther Sabat. Esther, where are you? Stand up. Outside is a whole treat for everybody here. Everybody gets to take home a bag of granola made by Esther. Esther is launching her business today. She has been working together with the Ladies Angel Network and the Angel Fund, and they have worked diligently to help Esther get started. And let me tell you something about her granola. She brought some granola bags to be sold at the Imagine Academy bake sale last week. 3 of them didn't get past me. I kept them and I ate them myself. They were delicious, absolutely great. They're very healthy. As you know, granola is great for the kids. It really comes at a nice, timely time in our lives. We're all thinking about health these days, and we're all thinking about eliminating junk food. And when we eliminate junk food, we spend a lot less. And when we can replace it with healthy food, not only is it more economical, but obviously it's much more healthy for our children. And not only for our children, but for ourselves. And really, congratulations, Esther. You can find her products in Associated and also in Skelly's. She's already selling them, and she's getting a lot of orders. And please go out there and try yourself some. They're outside. Many women here think that it might be too late for you to go back to work or back to school to learn a specific trade that you might be interested in. It's not so. Every speaker up here has children, has been able to have their cake and eat it too, so to speak, has gotten out there. They have husbands and families and have made it despite the fact that their first job is really, their career is their family and their children. And I encourage all of you to really think about what every single person here is saying to you, because it's really true. There's not a person here who can't figure out what they've got already, what talent, what passion is already swimming inside of them. Something in there that's saying to you either go back to school, or, you know what, I know how to make anything, money, sambusa, paint on socks, go out there and do public speaking. There's 100 things you can do, and there's thousands of things and opportunities out there. The Angel Fund is standing by to help you. They will help you write a business plan. They will encourage you, and when the business plan works and you've got a lot of good, solid understanding of what you're about to get into, many, many times the Angel Fund can help fund you and get you going. That's what they're for. And you really should utilize the very resources that we have right here in our own community. Erwin Dayan and his crew are all standing by, waiting to talk to each and every one of you anytime you're ready and to help you. They can make a private appointment and come in and speak to them. Our next speaker is somebody that whenever I hear about her history and all the things about her, which I've heard, I only met her tonight for the first time today. I didn't even know she was one of the many Ajmi kids, which I thought I met them all, but there was one left that I had never met. She is an amazing person, and she's given up some time today to speak to you. Yvette Sutton Meisel is the president and CEO of Gardenia Limited. She started her career at the age of 35. Okay, how many of us here would have loved to have, say that they could go back to work? And I know I was happy to. She was working in sales and worked her way up to the executive vice president of a multi-million-dollar sportswear company. She moved on to managing and restructuring companies in the garment sector. After 20 years, she left to open her own company, importing freshwater pearls and natural stone jewelry. She has traveled the world working with Walmart and many major retailers, and of course she's married with 3 children of her own. Please join me in welcoming Yvette.
I would like to thank Erwin Dayan, Kim Daba, and the entire Angel Fund Committee for giving me the opportunity to speak before you today. As you all know, many families in our community are facing difficult times. Many men are out of work. Some families are dealing with credit card debt, and others are in danger of losing their homes. Survival in today's day has become a reality. I am here today to share with you my experiences, my messages, and what I've learned along the way. The first message I have is work strengthens and builds character. At the age of 21, I found myself married with 2 children. It was not long before my family was faced with financial difficulty, through no fault of my own. I went to work a few days a week to make ends meet. Through work, I discovered an inner strength that helped me persevere through some of the most difficult years of my life. When opportunity knocks, answer the door. Some years passed, and my family and I moved to Florida, where I had my 3rd child. An opportunity presented itself for me to begin working again. My brother needed a sales representative in the state of Florida. I really did not have any experience, but I decided to seize the opportunity and go for it. My knowledge of the Spanish language helped me to succeed in a state where many of the store owners and distributors were of Cuban nationality. I never realized that something as simple as speaking a language could help one get ahead. Become a leader, not a follower. We moved back to New Jersey, where I found myself divorced with 3 children to support. My brother offered me a position in the New York showroom of his junior sportswear company. I accepted the opportunity with the realization that I would be different from my friends. 25 years ago in our community, a woman's place was in the home. I was a pioneer, a woman working in a man's world. I was the first woman to hold a sales position in that company. I quickly found out that I was only going to succeed if I was willing to work hard. Through my hard work, I was able to excel and was promoted to sales manager. I was now overseeing men who had far more experience than I did, but not the drive and determination to succeed. It was at this time that I met my husband, Gene, and through his love, support, and encouragement, I was able to move forward. 3 years later, I was promoted to Executive Vice President. Don't be afraid to start over. Embrace change. After 7 years, I made a move to another sportswear company. This was a company that my younger brother had started, and when he left, the company needed restructuring. A great deal of responsibility fell into my lap, and I found myself facing challenges that I had never imagined. After 4 months, I was asked by the president to accompany him and a designer to Hong Kong. I had only been overseas once before and did not have any experience buying and costing garments. My boss asked me to meet him at JFK Airport. When I arrived, the designer met me and told me that he would not be joining us. I realized I would be responsible for designing and purchasing the new line. For the first